Jessica Machado is going to join us next hour with the latest on that police shooting in South County. Who says there is nothing to do in St. Louis? One of the great cultural venues here is the Rep, and the artistic director at the Rep for the last, 65 years?
Depends on the day. Call it 30.
You look 35.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the Botox.
All right, there you go. The 50th anniversary season premieres October 12th. The first play is Under the Flood, and one of our favorites, Stephen Wolf, the artistic director of the Rep, joins us. Good morning, Stephen Wolf.
Well, hi there. Can I just correct you slightly? We've already opened. That was Follies.
Oh, I apologize.
And we're about to open Until the Flood.
Oh, okay. You're about to open to the Flood. Well, we'll get it right here.
Yes.
I'll blame Willie for that.
Okay.
Under the Flood starts...
Until McGraw. Until.
I got...
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help out as best I can.
I got Hurricane Matthew on my brain. I'm worried about people flooding.
Right. Well, and it was good reason.
Until the Flood.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a better play, actually.
Yes.
Yes,
right.
Very good. All right. Tell us about Until the Flood.
Well, Until the Flood, this is a world premiere. That's why you don't have the title.
Right.
This is the first time it's being seen. It's a play we commissioned.
Really?
Dale Orlander Smith, who's a Pulitzer Prize finalist, well-regarded and awarded playwright. We had her come to town now 2 years ago when Ferguson exploded.
Yeah.
Because we thought we should be doing something about this, but we weren't sure what. Mm-hmm. And she went all through the community and interviewed people all over, north, south, east, west,
right,
and has created a series of stories, a mosaic of St. Louis. Doesn't blame anybody, doesn't accuse anybody, doesn't yell at anybody. You get a complete picture of what this town is, the complicated town in 92, municipalities. And it doesn't focus on what happened in Ferguson. It focuses on what this city is like all over the place.
Wow.
So nobody's being yelled at. It's wildly even-handed. And Dale performs. There are 8 characters. She performs them all. They're composites of the people. She spent about a week and a half here or longer interviewing people,
right,
and put that into a form to represent the mosaic of St. Louis.
Tell us about the name Until the Flood.
Well, I can't get biblical, but there are certainly biblical references there. It's the what happens if we don't all start thinking together, the flood of racism, the flood of things that could happen, but also the flood of something new and possible and cleansing.
Mm-hmm.
So she plays 8 different characters?
Yeah.
And who are some of the characters?
Well, there's a sort of a fabulous reverend from the Central West End, and then there's a man who runs a barber shop, and there's a school teacher, and there's a housewife, and there's a retired cop. It's like that.
Sounds like this is a must-see.
It's pretty exciting. So I just saw Run Through yesterday, and Dale is an amazing performance artist.
October 12th through November 6th. How do we get tickets?
968-4925 is the phone number. On the web, repstl.org. We'll take your order anywhere we can.
Is this the first time you've done something like this?
We've commissioned other plays.
You have, okay.
Oh, yeah. We try to do that as much as we can. And we also thought it was important in the 50th anniversary season to do something very, very new.
So it's clearly uniquely St. Louis.
Absolutely.
But is there a chance for other communities to sort of watch this? Because St. Louis is on the minds of a lot of people outside of the area.
Right. I think so. I mean, this has very specific references. When she's talking about Ken Lockett, she's talking about Crestwood and talking about Webster, but I think you could insert other communities in there. But it is, it's a totally localized story right now. But the stories are so universal that I think it could apply somewhere else.
Right. Yeah. You know what it sounds like? Well, this is why art is so important. Is because art reflects life, and life reflects art.
Yes. Well done. And the ability to have a discussion. I mean that people come into the theater, they will see the show, and they can talk about what they saw, what they agree with, what they don't agree with. It makes for a vital and exciting kind of play going.
All right, October 12th through November 6th. To find out more, repstl.org. Until the Flood. Stephen Wolf, we have another minute or two. What else is going up on the 50th anniversary season?
Well, what else is going up is we follow that in our studio theater, the first show there is Mothers and Sons, played by Terrence McNally, that covers 4 generations of a family that started dealing with the AIDS crisis and how they get through it and what the future is like, it's past and future. We see that in a lot of our plays this season, looking backward and forward. And then for the holidays, A Christmas Carol, for the first time in 35 years, we're producing A Christmas Carol on the main stage.
How about that?
That's a must-see, too.
Yeah, so
Do I see To Kill a Mockingbird on here?
To Kill a Mockingbird, you bet you do. Harper Lee's famous story, February 8, March 5. Yeah.
Are you planning on doing the sequel anytime soon? The book?
No, I'm not. If there really was one.
Right,
You know,
right.
that is the question.
Right.
The sequel or the prequel.
Or the
whichever it
prequel,
was.
whatever
Right,
that
yeah,
was.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right, exactly.
All right, the rep, stl.org, the rep.stl.org, Until the Flood. Wow, you guys should be commended for lots of reasons, but this one sounds like you hit a home run because you've sort of hit it from all angles.
That was the plan,
Yeah.
is to keep it from all angles. And again, not to blame anybody or yell anybody. It is the story of the town.
Yeah. Until the Flood starts October 12th, runs through November 6th, the 50th anniversary of the Rep. You should be going there anyway and checking out all of the season ticket opportunities, but this one is ultra special. Until the Flood, October 12th, the debut. Stephen Wolf, always welcome here.
Great, thank you so much.
You got it. Thanks for checking in. Avoid the traffic on your way
I'm
home.
gonna.
Yeah, all right, good. Coming up next hour, Jessica Machette is going to join us. The police chief is going to have a news conference.